You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Oh, what are you doing? All right. So, 49ers lost. I don't want to talk about it.
Bet you don't.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, I mean, y'all teams ain't played a long time. Y'all teams been on the couch for a long time.
Long time. We got a quarterback just like y'all.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Weezy. You got any stock advice?
Tesla this week.
Tesla went up.
Tesla went up this week.
Tesla had a good week. It crashed, record low too.
It crashed. It went down.
It went down.
Oh, you want to stop? You hold down on me.
Nah.
Yeah, you tell on yourself.
Nah, I just said it.
You tell it. You gotta stop. Don't hold out on me.
I'm saying.
Don't hold out on me.
I'm saying, y'all teams ain't playing Super Bowl. At least my team played Super Bowl. We won 4 games last year.
Got a bad quarterback.
We won 4 games last year. A bad quarterback is what y'all have.
Yep. What show is this?
Just like yours.
3 what? What show is this?
Oh, episode 307, man. Yeah, for sure. Cameron, you ready? Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Got Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do? What it do? What it do?
So, Jeff, how are you, brother?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm all right, man. How about you, Weezy? How are you, brother?
Oh man, I'm good.
All right. Cameraman, how you doing, brother?
My bad.
Good. 2 thumbs up. What you saying, Jeff?
It was a snow day in the Ville today.
Snow day in the Ville.
Snow day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, get out of here kind of quick, though.
Did you get on the sled?
No,
No.
I wouldn't know.
Did you enjoy the snow?
No.
No.
Still,
Did you build a
had to
snowman?
get out there. You know,
It ain't enough to build a snowman.
I definitely wouldn't know to do that.
Hell no.
Y'all been a snowball fight?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good snowball fight.
Good snowball
I
fight.
don't like snowball fights.
Me neither. I ain't like them neither because them shits. You know
That's
what I'm
just
saying?
cold.
Yeah, on your face,
Yeah.
Paul.
Tired.
Yeah. Somebody hit me in the face with a snowball.
It's tough.
That's a different word. Episode 307, we are analyzing the 2020 NBA trade deadline.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Better damn believe it.
Let's kick it off. Best of the week, Weezy. What you got?
Best week for me is my Vanderbilt Commodores got a win last night in the SEC, man.
Yeah, they did.
First time in 2 years. We got an SEC win last night over a good opponent in LSU. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you guys acted like it was championship thing. I was throwing water and everything.
You didn't hear what I said. We won a first SEC game.
Can't say they've been there before.
SEC
they
game in 2 years.
Great point, Jeff. Great point. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
What you got, Jeff?
My best of the week is Bianca Belair from NXT on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
She's finally getting her shot in WWE. Bianca's been one of the must-see TVs on Wednesday nights going forward, previously, and now she's getting a push. She had a moment with Charlotte Flair this Wednesday that was dope to see. So shout out to Bianca Belair.
Yeah, for sure. Never mind. We got to ask another question. We'll move right along.
Go right ahead.
No. My best of the week is lids. They announced that fans can have a Kobe tribute design embroidered on any hat for free. For free.
wow.
So the hat doesn't have to be purchased at the store.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, for sure. You can bring any hat. You get the Kobe Bryant embroidery on there. So shout out to lids for that true move by them, man.
How fast do you head it up that way?
I got to figure out which hat, because I don't have any like hats that kind of are close to what Kobe got going on. But I think I have an idea, and I think a lot of hats are made by New Era. So,
Yeah.
With that being said, I think I have an idea what I'm going to do. So,
I figured you did.
yeah, for sure. What about worst of the week, fellas? What you got, you, Joe?
I got 2 actually.
Okay.
Giannis as a GM is horrible.
No,
He's a horrible GM.
He's bad.
Giannis, 2 years in a row, he's picked a horrible team for his All-Star selections.
Mm-hmm.
He should he should phone a friend next time.
Definitely. I think Giannis is picking teams strictly off of who he likes.
I think so too.
And that's just not how you win.
Nah.
You can't win.
Nah,
games
you're not
like
gonna win a
that.
game like that.
He made that real easy for LeBron.
LeBron was just like, "Oh, word, okay, no,
Yeah.
I'll take Luke."
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, for sure.
I got him.
Yeah.
And my second one, I had 2. Those Duke and UNC jerseys are trash for that.
Trash.
Yeah, it's a real bad for that 100-year rivalry game y'all got going on.
They look like practice.
Yeah, those are bad. Those are
Yeah,
real bad.
for sure. And this is not our year, but just watch. We got the number 1 recruiting class coming in next year. Just watch what we do next year, for sure. Worst of the week, Weezy, what you got?
This week for me was Super Bowl. I had a little wager on it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my homeboys. And the game got close. And I got a phone call. I got a phone call right when the game was crunch time was close. Man, go on and pay my money. And you know what I'm saying? One of those phone calls. It's over with.
Yeah.
Don't make me come look for you.
good.
And I said, man, you speaking way too soon, buddy.
Yeah.
Way too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Game got over. I was victorious, as always.
Oh.
And now nobody won't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just part of it. It ain't over to the fat lady sings, man.
Sure. Needless to say, listeners, he was not talking about me or anybody that's on the Realville Network.
No, not y'all.
Sure. My worst week is Meek Mill, him arguing with his ex, Nicki Minaj, during the first week of Black History Month. Big star, and I think this is the biggest that Meek's been in his career. And you stoop down to the level of Nicki because she's putting out a record. It's clear that's what this is for. I think she had the most catastrophic fall off in hip hop history, self-inflicted too, all set up by her. And she came out and said she was hacked.
Gotta say that.
Yeah, Nicki said she was hacked. So this is not a good look for Meek. You gotta leave stuff like that alone. You gotta drop this album, keep getting checks, putting people on. He's a co-owner of Lids. Yeah, so he's probably had something to do with this Kobe stuff. So stay away from the exes, fellas, man. They are exes for a reason.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
stay away from them.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know.
That's a prophetic word. That's my lesson for the day, man. Stay away from exes, man.
Put the phone down.
For sure. They text you, don't text you back.
Yeah. Okay, all right. You can check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the Funeral Album Review.
Yeah.
Y'all check out that funeral yet?
I have, man. Still, I can attest to say this, and I can stand firm with this. I'm not listening to Lil Wayne, Eminem, Ja Rule, 50 Cent in the year 2020. Just not doing it. Something that I'm not signing up for.
I'm not sure how Ja Rule got in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm just saying. People in there. I'm just saying. I don't want to hear LL Cool J. Certain people I do not want to hear in 2020.
LL's in the studio.
No, I hope not.
That's just hilarious.
T.I. in that too?
No, he's teetering though. It's close. It's close.
I would say T.I. before I say Wayne.
Nah, for sure. But yeah, so in turn, I haven't listened to the album, so I don't plan on listening to it.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right.
So they don't get great with
He's
age.
still rapping at a very high level.
I've heard.
Yeah, rapping at a very high level. I still Wayne still top 10 greatest of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, low tens, but 10.
Oh, mid.
Low
6, 7.
Low tens.
Wayne still
Low
6,
tens.
7.
So he said
Low teens.
he mid-major now?
Just low tens. No, not
Wayne's
mid
6 or 7. On anybody Credibles list, he's 6 or 7.
Low tens. It's people that are stepping up. If we are just counting catalogs, do Kanye West, bro. Like, come on,
Kanye
man.
can't be on the list. He don't write.
Listen, man.
He don't write.
I'm talking about his catalog.
Oh, man.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about when you name your greatest. You have your top 5. Might not be in your top 5, but you're not naming 3 more before you get to Wayne.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
That's all I'm
now.
saying.
Listen, people, and then I'm done with it because this is a sports show.
Absolutely.
Rick Ross has a better hip hop catalog.
That's not what I said.
That's all I'm saying.
Rick Ross has never had the same impact as Lil Wayne.
And when you're talking about impact,
Never in life.
when I'm referring to catalogs, that's all I'm worried about. If your catalog, Drake surpassed him 2 years ago, but
We'll talk about this.
for sure. Fresher Than Your Average podcast, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. Same great content with a new name. Catch our latest issue. Issue number 58 is up right now directly for the culture. Hit the hotline 629-777-5565 and drop a fashion-related voicemail so we can answer your fashion-related question. On the next issue, wear your kicks. Cop responsibly.
I got a Fresher Than Your Average story real quick.
Do tell.
I had the kill shots.
Okay.
I was gonna wear them to my sister's wedding this past weekend.
Man. What color you get, Jeff?
The white with the blue.
Royal blue or navy?
The navy. No, navy blue.
Navy blue?
Yeah,
Okay.
colors was, maroon and blue.
Okay.
So I was ready to do it.
Yeah.
Then she asked me to walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
I chickened out. I couldn't do the kill shot and walk her down the
not?
aisle. I had to bring the hard bottoms out. Couldn't do it.
Well, for a wedding, I agree. But the kill shots, man, I'm telling you, my favorite shoe to wear, man.
Yeah, it was comfortable. Very
Super comfortable,
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely no road take. I get a couple more pair.
There you go, man. They're there.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You good?
Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
I do.
Let's start the clock.
All right. So I haven't talked about this wrestling promotion enough lately. I've been getting hell for it.
Mm-hmm.
AEW stole the show this week.
Okay.
So shout out to my guy Cody Rhodes. Had an issue this week with young MJF.
Who's that?
MJF is his nemesis in AEW. MJF is the guy who has the Burberry scarf.
What does MJF stand for?
Woo!
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what the F means.
Okay.
I know the M and the J, but
Please
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get the F wrong. But MJF is the cool guy, is the heel of the moment. So they have a rivalry going on where they're going to wrestle this month's coming up pay-per-view, right? Well, MJF had a stipulation that he has to hit Cody 10 lashes with the belt for him to have this match
Okay.
live on TV.
Okay.
Now you can't turn away from a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
It was like watching a train wreck.
Okay.
10 lashes with a leather belt across his back just to have a match. Real lashes. It was compelling TV.
Compelling TV to say the least.
Twitter was in an uproar.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandy Rose.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandy Rose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandy Rose.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Brandy Rose.
Shout out to
Sure.
Brandy Rose.
All
It's
right.
good TV, man.
Yeah.
So check out AEW on Wednesday nights if you're not doing nothing.
And that's 10 good wrestling segments, Jeff.
Yeah.
Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment. And give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
that The Revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started with the first half, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners, Weezy?
I do. This week's award recipient is Gayle King.
Most definitely, man. In an interview that aired on Tuesday, Gayle King talked to Lisa Leslie on CBS this morning about the late NBA legend Kobe Bryant's 2003 sexual assault charge. She asked if Leslie, a fellow basketball legend and a woman, spoiler alert, felt that the change, which was later dismissed, complicated his legacy. Now, King later asked Leslie if she thought that even addressing that part of Bryant's history was fair. And to that, Leslie said that she believed the media should be a little bit more respectful about it. On Thursday, Gayle King posted a 2-part video explaining her sides of the story, namely that the snippet that went viral was taken out of context. Guys, here's the thing. Now, she's saying that she has had death threats as of late. Oprah and Gayle are on I think they seem destined to take down I don't even know how to say this the right way, but every African-American male from Michael Jackson to Kobe Bryant, clearly, Russell Simmons, with allegations, but can't seem to remember the guy who's currently on trial for very similar allegations. And show me a video of Oprah and Gayle talking about Harvey Weinstein's acquaintances the same way that she grilled Lisa Leslie.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, right? I just want to know why.
What about Gayle's co-host in the morning on CBS show?
Come on.
Where's that video at? He got ousted last year.
Long time. You understand what I'm saying?
And none of that exists for her doing that.
Dude, it just gets tricky because a child lost her life. 3 children lost their father, a woman lost her husband, and the world lost an icon. And just have some respect during this time. People are still grieving. It's just tasteful. It's distasteful, and I just don't understand why you would do such a thing at the time. Like, I understand speaking on it. Yeah, he had a complicated legacy, but don't sit and ask anybody face to face, how do you think? Well, I mean, those charges, you know what happened with those charges.
That's where it got rough.
Yeah.
Bringing it up, I totally understand because you're a journalist. You got to do your job.
Come on.
But when she doubled down, was like, well, of course, Lisa, he wouldn't do it around you. You're his friend. Why would he do it around you?
Exactly.
When she went that route, it got nasty.
It got nasty.
It got real nasty at that point.
And I commend Lisa Leslie for holding her.
100%.
For holding,
For sure. She did her thing, but
she let a melon come through for her.
Come on. Come on, Gayle.
Come on, Gayle.
How you going to get that out, Weezy?
Oh, Prime.
You got to get that Prime. It's in that box to her. Ace. She might
I
need
might
2.
drop that off myself.
Yeah, you got yourself. Now leave Gayle alone. You go jail.
Yeah,
Oprah.
security's on
Yeah, that's a different type of. That's a different level of security for sure. Yeah. You guys ready to get started the first half?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. Let's make it happen.
I can dig it. Weezy, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG, and I'm at How Weezy on Twitter.
Yes, you are. Jeff, what about you, brother?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
And I'm J Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Have a conversation with me on Twitter. It's wide open. Let's talk. And it is FSP_cameraman on Instagram in this vicinity. Update your IG page, bro.
Let him do his thing, bro. It's updated.
You gonna get you a TikTok? Yeah, you get you on TikTok.
You don't have a TikTok, do you?
Yeah, you do. That was cap. That was cap. Yeah, you do. You got
You have a
cap.
TikTok.
Yeah, you do.
Go get you an FSP cameraman TikTok.
No, we're not doing TikTok.
You the dance of the crew, though.
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
You are the dance.
I ain't doing TikTok.
That's cap. All right. Oh, shit. We talking about. Let's kick it off, man. After last year's across the board score between the Rams and the Patriots, we got a true game worthy of being called the Super Bowl as the Kansas City Chiefs dramatically came back to defeat the San Francisco 49ers 31-20 and claim their first Lombardi trophy since 1970 and Super Bowl IV. That's only a part of the unofficial national holiday that is Super Bowl Sunday. Who really won the big game? Who really lost? Let's talk about the real winners and losers from Sunday night. Who wants to start off with a winner?
You go. You got it.
Oh man, that's low down. That's low down.
No, you got it.
That's a person that, you know what I'm saying?
That's
ain't played any meaningful football.
I do it with her.
Okay.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. That's that.
Andy Reid.
That should be consensus.
Yeah, Andy Reid
For
finally
sure.
got him one.
Yeah.
He takes his name off the list of best coach to never win a Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Now his Hall of Fame is solidified.
Yeah, for sure. Years of heartache, frustration with Andy Reid. Little criticism can go now.
Yeah.
He's just one for Big Red, man. Shout out to Big Red, man.
Shout out to his cheeseburger he gonna
for
have.
sure. He
Yeah.
deserved it, though, for
Big
sure.
boy cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I had Andy Reid also, but I'm gonna just go ahead. I had Damian Williams. Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damian Williams is my winner.
Yeah.
Should have been MVP.
Should
to
have
me.
been MVP. 100%.
I don't know how they cheated him out of that, but he should have been MVP.
Yeah. Huge fourth quarter catches. Big run. They were the reason. Him and Sammy Watkins, I think, were the reasons that they got back into the game. For sure. That's definitely my winner as well. You got another winner, Jeff?
I say Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
And the reason why I say Pat Mahomes is because 3 quarters he had the worst game of his career.
Okay.
Mhm.
100%.
Worst
Well,
game.
not of his
Maybe-
career, but
No.
just on the biggest
No, of his
stage.
career.
No, that was his worst game of his career.
That's his first bad game. He
First time I saw a real defense, for real.
It don't matter.
It's a real
That's
defense.
good you said that.
Yeah.
And then he figured it out.
He didn't figure it out.
You-
No, he didn't. It wasn't figuring it out, dog. We figuring it out. Bro, he threw a duck on a person that was wide open. It was 3rd and 15. He was wide open, Jim.
Who you talking about,
100%.
the Tyreek Hill?
Cameraman can make that
The
throw.
Tyreek Hill pass?
Wide open. He underthrew.
What about the Sammy Watkins pass?
Dude, it
He
was
underthrew Tyreek Hill because he couldn't step into it.
dead ass right now. 100%. I'm telling you, any high school quarterback can make that throw. Sammy Watkins wide open on get Sherman. Wide open. Them were 2 throws. So we gave him MVP because of 2 throws.
So what about taking that hit head on when he should have slid?
I mean, that's a part of the game.
He also ran a touchdown in.
Yeah, I mean, that was a part of the game, for sure.
But the reason why I have him
Okay.
selected as a winner is because he had the worst game in his career
Mhm.
for 3. Maybe you can even venture say 3.5 quarters.
No, yeah, 3.5. Three and a half, whole half. Yeah.
But the thing about it is he lived up to every expectation when it mattered.
Yeah, I think he was a
Don't no, you can't sell him short because it's gonna sound like hate.
no, it ain't even got nothing to do with hate. I'm telling you, I think he was a winner of circumstance. For
Oh
sure.
my God.
A winner of circumstance, for sure. Let's move on to the losers. Anybody got a loser?
Well, we got a couple of boy. Jimmy G.
How is Jimmy G a loser and he played good for 3.5 quarters?
I'll tell
And
you,
then
Jay.
you said that a winner is Pat Mahomes, but in turn you give Jimmy a loser for playing good in 3.
So glad you said that. Here's why I have Jimmy G as a loser. Because those 3.5 quarters where he played great, all he did was play action. Once that play action option was taken away and he had to make the throw, if he makes that throw to Emmanuel Sanders, you guys win the Super Bowl.
Jeff, the
Guess
reason he
what?
didn't
couldn't
make that throw because Emmanuel Sanders is running on a ruptured Achilles. Dog.
Oh hell no!
He was open.
Jay, you can. It
You
doesn't
gotta go
matter.
make that.
We know he was open. He cooked that whole secondary.
That's the problem. He was
He
open.
was wide open. He's still open right now.
Nah, he was not wide
He
open.
was too still in the NFL.
He's supposed to catch that.
In the
though.
NFL,
he's
he's
supposed to
open.
get that. He's supposed to get that.
So you saying
I
Emmanuel
just-
Sanders'
I
fault?
He threw some play action. He didn't. First off, Jeff, in the first 3 quarters, it wasn't all play action.
The
He was
whole
throwing-
reason he was look great was because of play action.
Bro,
Jay,
when
I
I'm-
can't believe you just said the reason why he catch that ball he on his Achilles.
You can down
No,
that
I'm
Jimmy G
saying
Hill by
he
yourself.
Literally, he tore his Achilles last year.
He played a whole season, and you blame that that wide open pass he missed on his Achilles.
I mean, if you've ever ruptured your Achilles, you would know.
He played the whole entire season. He missed one pass, and you blame it on his Achilles.
He didn't miss that pass.
So what I'm saying is, we have not seen the best of Emmanuel Sanders. The best of Emmanuel Sanders, he will be able to get that. In turn, he is coming back from a ruptured Achilles.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, I just want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. You are saying that pass was Emmanuel Sanders' fault and not the quarterback.
No, he threw it out for a wide receiver to go get that.
Mm-hmm.
He did not go get it because he did not have the speed to go get it.
So you're saying, in theory, that pass was Emmanuel Sanders.
I'm saying that pass was not necessarily Jimmy Garoppolo's fault.
Okay, what about the other 4 where George Kittle was wide open?
That's just bad play calling because you look at let's talk about Kyle Shanahan and if we're gonna talk about it.
He's
because he had 16 attempts throughout the entire fourth quarter. 16 plays that he had. He ran the ball 4 times. 4 times out of 16, he threw the ball 12 times. That
never happened.
is a character flaw. Yeah. That's a flaw. I mean, dude, very good at his job, one of the best head coaches in the entire NFL. But the fact is, he's 46-0, including the overtime, in Super Bowls in the fourth quarter.
He believed in a quarterback who's second tier, who's third tier at best.
You believe in what quarterback? What are you talking?
He believed in your quarterback to win that game. He did not take the ball out of.
Those are bad play calls.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
He
believed.
Jimmy Garoppolo was 3 for 11 in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
So we
said the same thing.
Yeah, and I agree. And what I'm saying is, but the plays that they were using for him was not used to the best of his ability. Like you just said, why don't you run the ball? Why don't you throw some screen passes? He was throwing the ball down the field for no reason.
Because he believed in Jimmy G, which
he believed in his play calling more than he believed in the quarterback. And the plays
couldn't execute those plays.
Plays wasn't open, man.
Because if George Kittle 100%,
Jeff, everybody in the group chat is 99.3%. You literally called the game being over.
I sure did.
So in turn, you knew that something that I was saying, the exact same thing, should just ran the ball. Should just ran the ball.
100% agree. So, he should have been running the ball, boy, the whole game.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with Jimmy. Jimmy was just doing his job.
Jimmy's Josh Allen.
I didn't think Jimmy G had a horrible game.
Man, what game was you watching?
No, I didn't think he had a horrible game. So he threw for 200. I didn't think he had a horrible game. I think Kyle Shanahan let off the gas when running. He stopped running the ball. He stopped throwing the ball to Deebo Samuel. Quit getting the ball. He quit being creative with Deebo Samuel. That's what hurt him.
So that was off play action, yes?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, cool.
Jeff, what the fuck do you keep on talking about play action for? He was throwing the ball right under snap, or he's catching a shotgun, throwing the ball out. He ain't had nothing to do with no play action.
Man,
why you keep bringing that up?
I'm high to both of y'all.
The loser in this is the pay scale. So here's a breakdown of the 2020 Super Bowl and the NFL playoffs. Players on a Super Bowl championship team made $124,000. Players on a losing Super Bowl team made $62,000. In the AFC and NFC conference championship games, all players earned $56,000. In the divisional round, all players earned $31,000, and wild card division winners won $31,000, while the others made $28,000. So you get more money if you were a winner in the Pro Bowl. You got $140,000 if you were on the winning team in the Pro Bowl. You got only get $124 for playing in the Super Bowl. Now, granted, there's it's tiers. You get more money as you advance, but at the same time, for one game, you should probably get a little bit more than Pro Bowl. So
I would think so, at least a little bit.
Just a little bit more.
But I guess you got to give people something because people really don't want to play in that Pro Bowl.
Yeah, no, for sure. But here's the thing, and I'm a 49ers fan through and through. Mm-hmm. We won 4 games last year. We won 13 this year. Mm-hmm. We are setting ourselves up. We're one playmaker away from being great on offense. We were relying on a rookie, Deebo Samuel, to be our number one option. Emmanuel Sanders is coming off a ruptured Achilles.
Quit saying that. You biased on the Achilles. Now, quit saying that.
Do you know how hard it is? First off, Kevin Durant just now started running.
I agree with that, bro. So I know it's hard, but you can't say the kid played 16 games.
If you don't, what I'm saying is if Kevin Durant just now starting to run.
We're not talking about Kevin Durant. We're talking about this dude that played 16 games of the season.
Tore their Achilles?
Kevin Durant did. But you biased because anybody tore their Achilles. And I understand that, bro. You tore your Achilles. I understand that. But this dude played 16 games and he missed one pass. And you get mad because he played on his Achilles. You can't do that.
Jimmy Garoppolo is playing in his 26th game. He tore his ACL. We're not seeing the best of him. That's what I'm saying. You're coming off a major injury. No.
Hold on. We've seen the best of Jimmy G.
Niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about. That don't even make no goddamn sense. If you coming off tearing your Achilles, if you're coming off tearing your ACL, this is your first year playing, what the fuck sense do it make to say that a nigga's 100%?
I'm not saying he's 100%.
That don't make
Wait. I think
sense.
you're doing that thing again. You're spinning this the wrong way. All I'm saying is,
A nigga just looked at me and said a nigga coming out for 20 Achilles is back at 100% because he out there.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I didn't say he was 100%.
Let's
You
focus
can't
on
blame
that.
it on his Achilles because he missed that wide open pass.
That's it. Your quarterback can't make the throw.
It's a Super Bowl. Oh man, I can't see how
You said
you
the same thing about Jared Goff last year. If Jared Goff made that throw against the Patriots, the Rams get back into the Super Bowl. Am I wrong? Jared Goff makes that throw with not Sean Payton, my God. The coach for the Rams makes that call where they throw the deep pass on the Patriots. He's wide open on the end zone, but Jared Goff couldn't make the throw.
All
Same
I'm
thing.
saying is if a person is coming off an injury, which is a big injury,
Yes.
it ain't like a motherfucker coming off a bone spur. This is a injury that's a 2-year injury. Emmanuel Sanders came back in 10 months. You mean to tell me that this motherfucker 100%?
I'm not making that
I
argument.
don't know if it's 100%, Jay. But
not
you
making
What the
can't.
fuck are you talking about? The injury is a 10-month injury. You're not even
So
supposed
why
to
did-
start running until 6 months.
But he played.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
played though,
So,
Jay.
But if you,
But what I'm saying to you is, but Jay, just because you can't blame it on his Achilles, dude.
Jeff, you got the next one?
I should do. I got another lose. Or you want to move on from the show?
No, you got it. What you got?
Just not running the ball. That was my other lose. Just not running the ball. Y'all had all those yards coming into from the NFC Championship. Ran it down Green Bay's throat. Ran it down Minnesota, I believe, the game before that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You got to ask them. We kicked their ass.
You got to run the ball. That's it. You got to run the ball.
For sure.
And Richard Sherman, my last one.
That's crazy.
Richard Sherman's definitely a loser.
Yeah.
Got cooked. All right, guys. This is very much something I want to talk about. The Roaring Twenties are back. The NBA All-Star Weekend, the Roaring Twenties is going to be happening next weekend, all right? So with the All-Star Weekend, we have the USA versus the World Rising Stars game. In that game, for the USA, we got Ice Trader Game, Trae Young, Zion Williamson, and of course, John Morant, to name a few, versus your boy Jay, RJ Barrett, and young Luka. Who you guys got to win the USA versus the World game? We just start with you.
Team USA.
Okay. Jay?
I'm going with the U.S. roster. They have a lot of players that have a lot to prove. I like the way the squad was presented. I like the way the squad was put together. I also want to make sure that when you see a lot of these players, it's your first time seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of good players on that U.S. roster.
A lot of
that
good players.
need to, get a little shine because all people are talking about are players like Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, some really good young players in the NBA, man. They'll get a heavy dose of them. So I'm going with the U.S. squad.
Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn,
Sure.
Wendell Carter Jr., players like that.
Super
them
good
guys
player.
out.
For sure.
All right, let's move on to the skills challenge. Got Patrick Beverly. Wow. Demonis Sabonis, my guy. Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo, young Spencer Dinwiddie, and Pascal Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, who wins?
I got Spencer Dinwiddie winning this, man. He won it before. I
Yep.
think a lot of the other people will be pulled a lot of different ways throughout All-Star Weekend, so they'll be tired. Spencer Dinwiddie will focus in on this one event, and he will win it again. So I got Spencer winning in a landslide.
I'm still in that same argument,
Mhm.
just for being focused on one event. But I think this person's going to take it way more serious than anybody ever has in history.
Yeah, Pat Bev.
And I'm going for Pat Bev.
It's at the crib. You know what I'm
It's at
saying?
the crib.
Yeah.
He's going to take this way more serious than anybody else. He
I'm
trades
okay.
the Timberlands, for God's sake. Give me
Sure.
Pat Bev.
I'm going Pascal. Pascal Siakam.
Okay. And the 3-point contest, which is normally the main event nowadays, we have Devontae Graham, Zach LaVine, Duncan Robinson, Trae Young, Buddy Hield,
Mm-hmm.
Davis Bertans, Joe Harris, and Dame Lillard. Jay,
Yep.
who we got?
Joe Harris won it last year.
Surprisingly.
I'm sticking with my Caucasians. I'm going with Duncan Robinson to win this, shooting 44% from the field. He got a chopper. He's
Miami.
a shooter. He's got to, man, listen, I'm trying to tell you, leave that kid open. And I think, again, it goes back to the point, like what we were saying, Joe Harris last year, he knew what he was there to do, came in, executed. I think Duncan Robinson would do the same thing.
I'm going to go with Trae Young.
I tried the game.
There's too much going on for him. He ain't,
And the reason why I say that, because I think he's going to get hot. The lights are going to be, because this is really the main event.
It is.
To me.
you.
Since Steph has been in the league, the 3-point contest has become the main event. And see him, Dame, of course, Joe Harris. I know Duncan, like you said, does have a ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Trae going to get hot and prove some people wrong. It's his coming out show this weekend.
Yeah, I think people will get a little too focused on the deep ball that they have with the new wrinkles in the actual 3-point contest. But yeah, there's no way, Trae. He's wearing Yeezys. It's gonna be doing too much.
It's his weekend to show out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Sure.
And last but not least, the dunk contest. Got Dwight Howard, Derrick Jones Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Pat Connaughton. Yeah, I can say it right. I had to spell it wrong. My bad. Connaughton. I'm going to go with Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon got to bounce back this year. Yeah. He got robbed, a couple years ago?
Twice.
He got robbed twice.
I got Derrick Jones Jr. winning.
It's a solid pick.
I think, again, Aaron Gordon, he's a phenomenal dunk. He should have won one, maybe two. Yeah. But I'm going to go with Derrick Jones Jr. because the bounce he has is astronomical. It's nuts.
Can we say something for Pat Riley putting this squad together this year?
He put a squad together. Yes, sir. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, I know it, but man, even before we get to that part, just the players he has, man, it's crazy.
Undrafted players, he's using a lot of them, man, for sure. Yeah. Let's move right along to some hometown situations. Vanderbilt athletic director Malcolm Turner is stepping down from his AD position after 1 year with the university. Now, Turner will be succeeded by Candace Story Lee. The former student athlete is Vanderbilt's first female athletic director and the first African-American woman to take heed as an SEC athletics program. She has been a leader at the university in athletics for nearly 20 years. In 2016, Lee was appointed to serve as deputy director of the athletics program. What does this mean for Vanderbilt athletics?
Want me to go first, Weez?
Go ahead.
It means Vanderbilt has become a shit show. Excuse my language.
It was already a shit show this year.
But you can't have somebody step down in less than 365 days. Like,
it's a little bit over a year.
A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit over a year.
If you count when he was announced, you're right. But the Jerry Stackhouse hire, which I don't even know if he's going to get a chance to live that out, and then promising Derek Mason another year, like this could set Vanderbilt, which is already a step behind athletically in the SEC anyway. This does not look like something promising going forward for them.
I think it was there's a lot of pressure on this young lady to be first time woman, African American, to do this for Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? So, like Jeff said, it's a lot of pressure on her, but I don't think it's a complete shit show.
It's just the fact that Vanderbilt has the wherewithal and has the means to invest in the athletic programs if they wanted to. You know, if you want to tap into that booster base and that, that donor base and put it towards athletics, you could.
Yeah. I think she knows what she's up against. That's the hope. That's the hope.
I mean, last year she was nationally recognized by the Sports Business Journal as a power player, one of the most up-and-coming young athletic directors. So she's next up. And I think the way that she knows the university, she's a student athlete there, worked there a lot through her career, and she's also has her doctorate degree from Vanderbilt as well. So I think she knows what she's up against. She knows the alumni. She knows the boosters. And they wouldn't put her in this job as a situation for her to fail. So with her being and knowing this already, I think she'll do fine. I think it's a hand-in-glove fit. The thing is with athletic directors, it's always good to hire your own. Yes, it's tricky when you hire a woman to do that because it's something that has never been done. She's trailblazing from that area, but at the same time, I think they know what the hell they're doing, and I think Candace would do a great job there, man. So I just hope she gets a fair shake.
Fair shake. How many years you think is a fair shake?
At least 3. So
at least 3.
Yeah, at least just to get things going for sure.
Okay. Right. Moving right along, Weezy. We thought football was over.
Oh, but it's not.
This weekend is the relaunch of the what, Weezy?
The XFL.
Exactly. Cardell Jones and the DC Defenders are early season favorites to win it all. Will you guys be tuned in?
No, I'm not gonna watch it. I have to hear about it. I think professional football in any capacity is worth tuning into. It's just not. It's too much basketball going on right now. Mm-hmm. And with the AAF, it was surprisingly fun to watch that first week. Mm-hmm. Then it fell off tremendously as the weeks went on. So I think the XFL has, it's always good to know what you've been through. The XFL has done it once. Yeah. So I think it's more of a focused vision. I think they have superior talent as far as the players and better funding. So there's plenty of reasons to see why it will succeed. And I think Vince will do a good way and will try to find a good way to get this going.
I think one reason, well, not one, but a couple of reasons why I believe it will succeed this time is because they took their time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They had scrimmages. They actually had practice. They were able to get a team together before starting the league. Like, they took this a little bit more serious, realizing what some of the mistakes were the last time. And I'm definitely going to tune into at least one game this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I'll try to.
No, I'm definitely going to watch. Like just said, they did their homework. It should be a whole lot better product than what we saw last time. I'm almost sure to be better than AFF, whatever that was.
You got to try to be that bad.
Yeah,
that should be easy.
All right, over and under 2 years.
Over
2 years.
Yeah, over 2 years too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I say they'll say like 4 or 5.
Okay,
and then some of the stuff will get picked up by the NFL,
like the camera.
That's
the first
what.
time.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the second half.
Oh my bad, I didn't know what you was talking about. I thought you were talking about something else. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, in case you missed it, 30 for 30 for 30. The NBA fan David DeLooper has accomplished something that's likely never been done before, and as random as it is impressive. David went to 30 arenas in the NBA in 30 days and got on the Jumbotron at every single game he attended, and he called it 30 for 30 for 30.
Wow.
The journey the journey began on Christmas Day at the Motor Center for the Portland Trailblazers game. The 28-year-old said inspiration came from what he saw at games. And the costumes range from a blow-up horse, a lobster, Statue of Liberty, and everything in between. His 5 seconds of fame in each city did not come with a little bit of preparation, though. DeLooper said the game plan was to wear a costume that related in somehow, some way to the home team.
Nice.
In order to increase his odds of getting on the big screen. What he found throughout the journey, his most important elements are location, with the corners being the best spot, and the creative costumes, and his subpar dance moves. He celebrated completing his journey with a Philadelphia 76ers game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Is David insane or light years ahead of the game?
Somewhere in the middle.
Right in the middle, right?
Yeah. Because you had to be insane to blow that type of money.
That's a lot of bread, too.
But it's going to come back to him some kind of way. Somebody going to put some bread behind him for the content. Yeah. Especially if he recorded the journey.
Oh, man. That's what he should have did.
If he did something like that, he could make a killing off of that.
He definitely started something, though.
Yeah, for sure. 30 for 30?
Yeah, he started something.
It's a lot of work, man. There's a lot of preparation. I'm just happy that something like that was done just to see, just bring some type of purity back to doing stuff online. Some people are doing so much for clout, and to see him doing something, not necessarily for clout, just something cool, man.
Something cool.
Yeah, it's a feel-good story for sure.
Yeah, we need more of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Less of the other stuff.
Yeah, less of that clout.
Less of the other stuff.
For sure. You guys ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2020 NBA trade deadline show. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What it do?
Weezy, the NBA trade deadline has built up steam for months. It's my favorite time of the year. I love NBA trade deadline. That and also the first day of the free agency too. Now the first day of the NFL draft. I love the NFL draft for sure. But anyway, after nearly 6 months without a deal, teams have finally found some momentum on some big moves. Dozens of names were floated around. And without the Warriors being boogeyman scaring off potential buyers, virtually every contender is exploring some type of move throughout the week. Now, episode 307, we're grading each major trade, the NBA trade deadline, saying who won and who lost the deal. Let's kick it off with the Utah Jazz getting Jordan Clarkson from Cleveland for Dante Exum and some picks.
Yeah.
Who won this deal, fellas?
I think the Utah Jazz won. Get another scorer. Another guard, another scoring guard to help out with what they already have with the team with Donovan Mitchell and things like that. I think this is a big pickup for them.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson was off to a strong start in Cleveland.
Yep.
Then Mike Conley goes down with a hamstring injury. You bring in a player that's averaging career high in points and several other categories. He helps upgrade their biggest weakness on paper, and that is the point guard position with Mike Conley not being 100%. So, and rumors in Cleveland floated around that he was a negative influence on some of the young players, and the team's so young, you have to get players out of that situation that are cancers, and he'll be fine in a locker room like Utah.
I think the Utah Jazz won the trade only because of the picks, though. The picks was more. It meant more to me than Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson, you kind of get what you get with him.
So you think Cleveland won the trade?
You think Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cleveland won the trade.
Yeah.
But Jordan Clarkson, you get what you get with him.
Okay. Yeah.
He's not going. I mean, he's having a great year scoring, but can you depend on him to do that again next year?
Yeah.
So you think Cleveland getting those extra second round picks, being able to build off of that young nucleus they already have?
Right.
I got you.
And you had Dante Exum in, who's not lived up to potential because of
Not yet.
injuries.
Yeah.
But in turn, you are getting a 23, 24-year-old player that hasn't reached the potential that they assume.
Which is insane.
Is that Coach Locke's guy?
I know.
How was that?
I don't know who believed in Dante Exum. Might have been me for a little while.
I swear, if you ask me,
Yeah.
I would say Dante Exum is like 28 years old.
Yeah, no,
I promise you I would.
Young.
I know it. It's
Young
crazy.
dude. It's
All
crazy.
right, let's move on to the Atlanta Hawks and Minnesota Timberwolves making a deal. So the Hawks get back Jeff Teague, corner JT for 3, shot the bankroll, and Travion Graham.
Yeah.
And the Timberwolves get Allen Crabbe.
Mm-hmm.
Who won this deal, guys?
Oh, the Hawks.
For sure, the Hawks.
When Trey comes off the floor, they're worthless. Atlanta's playing for their backup point guard. They had Evan Turner playing point.
That's not good.
And Brandon Goodwin, whoever the hell that is. So
Chill.
Teague helps this problem. He has to be sick about going to a lottery team, but the silver lining for him, it's the final year of his contract. But this is a win for the Hawks, which in turn, he's not playing for anything meaningful.
Right.
But at the same time, you're building another year, and Jeff Teague kind of gets a little bit more film showing that he can really play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the Hawks won too. Some effect, I think the Hawks are finally trying to figure out, we're not playing just for Trae Young now, just to get 40 points a game. They actually try to win a ball game. They got depth now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
When you watch the Hawks, do you look at the game or you just look for Trae Young to come off the screen and shoot a shot?
Before John Collins got caught with the PED pack, no, I shouldn't say that. That's fun. But I was looking. I thought that was one of the best young duos.
Yeah.
I thought they could maybe make some noise with Jabari, and with John Collins goes down, man, it was rough.
25 games.
25 games was rough. But if you go back to the Timberwolves, they were stupid because they announced that Jeff Teague was being benched the week before they traded him.
True.
That you lose all the momentum.
Yep.
Why announce that you're benching them? Because you know you're going to get rid of them, keep the value high, trade them,
Killed
and
his
the team
value.
killed it. Killed it. That's why you
GMs do some stupid stuff.
Stupid move by the T-Wolves because now they had to put in a little bit more work to get D-Lo, and I know they were trying to get D-Lo by any means necessary.
We'll talk about it.
But yeah, for sure. But that was the start of doing stupid stuff to get them. Let's move right along to the Portland Trailblazers and the Kings trade. Portland got Trevor Ariza and Wenyen Gabriel and Caleb Swanigan. The Kings got Kent Bazemore, Anthony Tolliver, and 2 second-round picks. Who won this deal, fellas?
Can I get a push?
No. Pick one.
If I had to pick one, I would say Portland, just because what Trevor Ariza is going to bring toughness to this
100%.
squad that they need.
Yeah.
But I honestly think this is a push. Like both of these teams got something they both can use. Like Kent Bazemore for Sacramento is another body, another young body, to where they can figure out for the future, see what they need to keep, what they don't need to keep. And you get picks. You get 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
You can package that together in another deal possibly and get that into a first-round pick.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I think this is one of the few on our list that's a push. But if I had to pick, give me the Portland Trailblazers.
I think Portland won just because they figure, Dame's on the tear. We need we need somebody to defend somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to defend somebody.
Sure, that's a good
So
point.
Trevor Ariza, you gotta. I think he got him just for defense.
Yeah.
Nobody else in that team plays defense.
That's 100% great point, Weezy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Blazers own the NBA's largest payroll, and they're in 9th place. So if you look at that, just simple black and white, that's nuts.
It's scary.
They had to cut some cap space, cutting Kent Bazemore. Kent Bazemore was making $20 million.
Which is insane.
It's nuts. So, and his shooting has been a disappointment to say the least. So Ariza is a better shooter, and of course, like Weezy just said, is a better defender. So when you get Nurkic back, and when you get Zach Collins back from injuries, you put that alongside Hassan Whiteside and Melo. Sacramento's out of the playoff picture. They're just trying to free up cap space so they can sign Bogdanovich this summer. So this makes a lot of sense for both teams. But if I were to pick somebody to win, it was the Blazers.
Gotcha. All right, let's move on to the Houston Rockets and Atlanta. I'm sorry. Move on to the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
All right, so the Dallas Mavericks get Willie Cauley-Stein, and the Golden State Warriors get a 2020 second-round pick.
Right.
Who won this deal, guys?
Clear for the Mavs. As soon as Dwight Powell tore his Achilles, so it takes you 2 years to get back from Achilles, Weezy. The Mavs have a whole center to take up the space for that. So Willie Cauley-Stein, another rim finisher with athleticism to defend the front court when you take out a person like Porzingis, who can play the center, but he's more comfortable at power forward.
Right.
He might be an upgrade to Dwight Powell, for sure.
Well, go ahead, Wiz.
Hey, is it just me, or it seems like the Dallas Mavericks might have the best when it comes to like making trades or something? Like it's like they got an upper hand on the rest of the league. They do something. I mean, they look smarter. They look smart.
They do.
They know how to make
good
moves.
plays.
They know how to
Yeah.
make
They make good moves.
Yeah.
I think it was a great move to get Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah.
Great move. I'll go with Dallas.
To me, this is a solid move after the injury, bringing in the size of Willie Cauley-Stein, making where Porzingis doesn't have to do any of the heavy lifting anymore other than just show up. You know, that's the best he can do at this point. Luka is going to be Luka. That's awesome. I'm a big fan of Willie Cauley-Stein. He brings toughness to your team, brings a certain type of flair. It doesn't really work out for him in Golden State because of the injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Golden State just decided to push and get what they can for him.
Yeah.
So, good pickup for Dallas, making a playoff run that they're making, and Willie's going to help them out.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jeff, because the Mavericks are legit. Like, they have aspirations of winning a couple of playoff series, maybe going deeper into the playoffs once Porzingis, who's coming off an injury, gets back to 100%. I just think that you're giving up just a little compensation and getting a player of Willie Cauley-Stein's ilk, man. It's a luxury tax deal for the Warriors, but it worked out for Dallas for sure. Let's move on to the biggest trade of All-Star Weekend of the trade deadline. Clint Capella moves. Rob Covington moves. Let's see. Houston Rockets, they got Covington, Jordan Bell, and a 2024 second-round pick. Atlanta gets Clint Capella and Nene, who hadn't played all season. The Minnesota Timberwolves received Malik Beasley, Juan Hernan-Gomez, Evan Turner, and Jared Vanderbilt in a 2020 first-rounder. And the Denver Nuggets got Gerald Green, who hadn't played a game all season. Keita Bates-Diop, Shabazz Napier, who was moved at a different time, and Noah Vonleh in a 2020 first-round pick. Who won the deal, fellas?
Shout out to you. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I think Houston won this.
Yeah, it's close.
I think Houston won this simply because, and I know it's a one game, so way too small of a sample size. But this is going to be difficult for teams to match up with.
Yeah.
All right. So just in one game sample size, this is going to be a horrible matchup for teams. You got 5 guys on the court. You got 5 out. What we just call it, Glen Cliff, 5 out. You got 5 guys who can dribble, 5 guys who make a move.
Okay.
You just roll the ball out and see what you got to do.
Yeah, that's what they doing. That's all
they're doing.
That's all D'Antoni want to do is play AAU.
But the thing about it that, and this is going to sound weird, and you know, I'm not trying to, you know, go off on a tangent or a deep end. Russ quietly, since game 30, has turned a switch.
For sure.
I don't know if James is hurt more than he's leading on, which is quite possible.
Quite possible.
But Russ has made a switch. He stopped shooting threes, thank God. And he's playing some of the most efficient basketball that he's played in
his career.
Yeah,
in his career. Yeah, for sure.
Now, this is a big if. He keeps that up. They're scary. Because defensively, they're getting the spaces. They're making you work for it. Unless you space them out, they're rough, man.
the center is a dying breed. Let me tell y'all something right now. We'll talk about that in a second, but I think the way Houston's urgency to deal Capella seemed to accelerate things. They wanted Covington. They saw how good they played. They were 10-1 with Capella not in games. So playing small ball with PJ Tucker, who will die at the end of this season, guarding Anthony Davis's and Zubac, he's gonna get murdered. But this is a perfect deal. Covington is a perfect Houston player, 3-and-D, combination of skill set, size, puts him in the right situation for long-term efficiency, because Rob, man, is just a player that you can plug and play in any situation. So the Hawks wanted Drummond, but they settled for Capella, and moving Collins out of the center spot for the Hawks, probably for the best. So both Capella and Collins are just, rim runners.
Yeah.
So getting those guys playing together with Trey is going to look good. But if I were to say a winner, I would say it's a tie between the Rockets and the Hawks.
I agree.
Yeah.
But leading more so to Houston, but the Hawks definitely got better.
Yeah.
I like to trade both ways, like y'all was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole small ball thing with Houston, I don't trust D'Antoni with anything that he's trying to just put out there. Let's see if it works. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, but that's why I brought up Russ. Because I watched that game from opening tip pause to end of the game. All Russ did was attack. Whenever he saw Caruso on him, whenever he saw anybody that was on, whoever it was, attack. Mm-hmm. And if you have a ball player who can get to his spot no matter what, that's a scary sight for defenders.
Yeah.
Humans.
Anybody.
Yeah, but if this don't get them to the Western Conference Finals, it didn't work. It's a bust.
Of course.
They're getting rid of D'Antoni.
Everybody's losing their job at the end of this year. If they don't make it to at least the Western Conference Finals, or 100%. Maybe even the finals. The coaching staff, GM, everybody's gone.
100%.
Have y'all seen a team win a championship without some kind of center?
No. I mean, the only people that did it were the Warriors, but they had a super
duper team.
Yeah, sure.
And I know he's only 6'5", he does have a 7-foot wingspan. And Rob is a 7-foot wingspan as well.
For sure.
So I don't know, man. There was one game.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna start something though, for sure.
Golden State started with the Hampton Five. They did though. Like that
really, the Golden State team, Nelly's team, really started it.
Like
the We Believe,
Baron Davis.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. It makes sense. Right matchup. It's hard to deal with.
For sure.
All right. Hawks were very busy.
Mm-hmm.
So in this deal, the Atlanta Hawks get back Dwayne Dedmon, and the Sacramento Kings got Jay's guy, Jabari Parker, and Alex Lynn. Who won this deal, Jay?
The Hawks, man. The Hawks traded for 2 centers in 24 hours, man. Yeah. I think Dwayne Dedmon's ability to shoot the three and protect the rim, I thought they would be very sufficient to work with him alongside Bagley, but it did not work, man. He is the person that just – you pay him $13-14 million a year. He's shooting 27 from 3, not rebounding, and he's not young. It's almost glue gun time.
So Dwayne Dedmon?
Look at Dwayne Dedmon.
He's not
Cameraman,
30.
look and see how old Dwayne Dedmon is. Dwayne Dedmon old as hell, but he's drastically overpaid for a backup center. But nonetheless, he played terrible for the Kings.
Yeah.
If you're able to get him alongside Clint Capella and also taking off some of your salary, they still have right around $50 million in cap space next year to play alongside Trae Young and John Collins. So I think the Hawks win for sure.
So you mean to tell me the Hawks got 2 centers and then the Rockets got rid of their center?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
It's crazy game.
The center's out of here. But I'm telling you.
See, the reason why it's not a bad idea for the Hawks is because they have a point guard who's looking to drive and dish, or get people open on the wing,
or score.
You know what I mean? So
I think he score first and then pass second.
And no problem. No, I'm not. Whatever.
The problem with Sacramento,
30 years old.
I told you, Dwayne out of here, dog.
I know that.
Dwayne's out of here. The trade doesn't do anything to clear up the log jam that they have in the front court. They have Harry Giles, they have Marvin Bagley, and you bring in Jabari Parker. That sucks, man. I hate that for Jabari Parker. I hope he finds a situation where he can play, because he was having one of his best years, averaging 16, still shooting 43 from 3, just playing great, man. Just wasn't working in Atlanta.
I thought the Hawks would keep Dedmon last year when they had him, But
I mean, they didn't want to overpay him, but hell, now they still
doing
paying.
it. They're still paying it. They're trading for him. So you could have just saved us all the trouble and just signed him.
Just say the troll.
Yeah.
Let's move on right along to the Warriors making a trade. 76ers got Alec Burks, Glenn Robinson III, and the Golden State Warriors got 3 second-round picks. Who won this deal, fellas?
You want to go, Weezy? You want me to go?
I think Golden State won the deal with the picks.
Yeah, those picks ain't gonna materialize to nothing. No, those picks ain't gonna. Listen, they'll never see those picks.
Golden State has flatlined though. They flatlined.
No, the Golden State is just trying to get under the luxury cap. That is it, because they don't want to be a repeat buyer or seller, whatever that is, a repeat tax offender.
Yeah.
So them being a repeat tax offender was number one on the list. You get rid of Willie Cauley-Stein, you get rid of expiring deals with Alec Burks, you get rid of an expiring deal with Glenn Robinson III, and then you bring in a player that we'll talk about in a few that's under the salary cap.
I think this deal is contingent on things going great.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia should win this deal.
For sure.
Because this is what they needed.
100%.
They need some shooters. They needed somebody that could just stand in the corner, stand by the perimeter, knock a shot down.
Yep.
So this should work for Philly.
Should.
Nothing else has worked all year, though.
Nope.
So I don't know, but this should work.
We're talking bad about Philly, but cameraman, they're 22-2 at home. The people don't talk, and they're 9-18 on the road. So if they play as good as they play on the road, the best road team in the NBA is the Los Angeles Lakers. If you can find a way to play good on the road, they'll be fine because they're 22-2 at home.
But they're just playing bad ball right now.
For sure. Yeah,
You know
for sure.
what I mean?
But that's not necessarily true, Jeff, when you 22-2 at home. They're playing bad on the road.
Have you seen their games lately?
They're playing bad on the road.
They just got dubbed.
They only lost 2 games at home, though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But when Al Horford is saying it's some stuff going in this locker room, we're going to keep it in the locker room. And you got the process coming on TV saying,
that's what I'm saying.
Look, I'm out here. I got to stand by the perimeter because I can't get a shot. I'm like, it don't look good.
He getting in the way. I'm telling you, man, the center is about to be out of here, man. But the thing is with Alec Burks.
Okay.
Alec Burks is having one of the most quiet reserve seasons that I've seen. He top 3, top 4 players as far as 6th man of the year. And then you bring in Glenn Robinson III, who can defend multiple positions. This will help out in spots that they need because Josh Richardson is going to be out for another 5 weeks. So if you look at that and you add in a person like Alec Burks who can score, Utah gave him $41 million 4 years ago, dog, for a reason. So he can play.
But you know who really ain't nice like that? You said it was going to be nice?
Who that?
The man Thibault.
Matisse Thybulle he got them straps. Get in the trunk. Bro, I've seen him strap up. What is you saying?
A couple of games, but a couple of games I'm watching. I've been meaning to hit you like, man,
Thibault got them straps, dog.
He's a good defender, but he definitely been lose some minutes now, though.
Okay. I doubt that.
All right. Let's move on to probably the biggest noise-making trade of the deadline era. All right. So we got the Miami Heat receive Andre Iguodala, who I did not know hates being called Iggy.
I didn't know that.
Did not know that.
Breaking news, boy.
Right. I didn't know that. Jay Crowder and old Solomon Hill still getting paid to play basketball.
Sure.
And the Memphis Grizzlies received Justice Winslow, James Johnson, and corpse of Deion Waiters.
No, Deion Waiters.
He thought he was going to play a game.
Solomon Hill is younger than Deion Waiters and Dwayne Dedman.
He said Deion Waiters ain't going to play a game.
But it's just the fact that he's still in the league. I didn't think Solomon Hill was going to be around here.
I'm sure. He look old, too, though.
Dedman look good. Yeah, okay. All right, so who won this deal, y'all?
Oh, the Heat, man.
The Heat for sure.
They both added both front court depth and shedded a pair of unwanted, untradeable contracts without giving up a single draft pick. Yeah. Somehow you are the Miami Heat and Pat Riley. You trade away $40 million in salary while barely impacting or losing players. Man, and given what we've seen in Iggy, we haven't seen him play since May. I think he can still play at a high level and really help this team. And more importantly, he can help that locker room.
The locker room.
Yeah.
More than anything, locker room.
Yeah.
Shout out to Iggy for not playing the whole half of the season and getting 2 years, $30 million each.
I listen. That was a scam move.
Go ahead, Wiz.
Nah, y'all got it.
I just think the biggest challenge for Spoelstra is a good one, trying to figure out how do you fit all these players into a rotation that's already stocked full. Yeah. I don't love Winslow's fit in Memphis. I think he's going to have to play a lot of the 3, and he's a little bit better at the 2. So he may find a way to figure it out, but it's the last year's contract. So still Memphis should benefit on the defensive end because he really plays good defense, but I'm worried about him in Memphis.
I think Memphis won this trade
Wow.
because of that. I think you found another young piece for your nucleus that's going to play defense, that doesn't mind playing a role.
Okay.
You got your superstars. You got your superstar. You got your star.
Yeah.
Then you need the role players. Justice Winslow will play your defense. Will get to his spots, get his shots. Doesn't need much.
Okay.
I think this is a good fit for them, especially with them surprisingly making a playoff run. Push, I should say.
I'm nervous about Justice Winslow in Memphis.
Yeah, that's what Duke players do. They get to the league and they
Just-
really like nothing.
Yeah, and that and off the court, you know what I'm saying? He going from Miami to Memphis.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big difference.
That is a big difference.
Something to do with
He'll be
Memphis, though.
fine, though.
Yeah,
No, he'll be
it's
fine.
Same
Yeah.
thing you do in Miami, you can do it in Memphis.
Nah, you can't go live
You
on
damn lie. You damn lie.
you can't go live on Sunday.
Let's move on to the next trade. The Warriors make the blockbuster trade, finally. D'Angelo Russell and Jacob Evans and Amari Spellman go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Warriors get Andrew Wiggins, a 2021 top 3 protected first-round pick, and a 2021 second-round pick. Who won this deal?
This is the second deal we've announced where a player who tried to go to a team in the offseason
Right.
didn't get to go.
Right.
Now he just gets traded to him right in the second half of the season.
Yep.
But I say all that to say Golden State won this trade.
Wow, okay.
That top 3 protected first-round pick,
Yep. that's
that's bigger than anything on this. With that team they're going to bring back next year,
Mm-hmm.
bringing in other draft picks, man, they're going to be loaded
Yeah.
again. Like
Yeah.
just like nothing left. They're going to be
Like
right
nothing
back like nothing left.
Yeah.
So I think, and then this is the first time Andrew Wiggins just gets to play ball
Mm,
because he's gonna have zero expectation.
100%.
If he can stay on this team, he's gonna have zero expectations. Whatever he's bringing to the table now is gonna be a plus. So now no more excuses for him.
Nope.
So
That's
I
what I'm
think
nervous
Golden State
about.
Yeah.
He get to be more lazy than he already is.
Not necessarily now. He knows the targets on his back. I mean, he got a big contract to live up to, and also it's a little bit less pressure because they didn't bring him in to be a superstar. I think he was supposed to be a superstar for the Timberwolves, and he's not a superstar. They brought him in to be a role player, and he'll do a good job at that. But I still have the Timberwolves winning this deal because Minnesota's been trying to get D'Lo for 2 years now, and they got a slightly better version of D'Angelo Russell this year, who made an All-Star team last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's made important progress, posting the best efficiency year, playing with Golden State, and he won't turn 24 until later this month. So the thing is, the pick and roll with Cat and D'Lo is the best in the NBA. That's nasty. It's very difficult to defend, but the only thing will be them playing defense because D'Lo's not playing defense
At all.
and Cat's not playing a lick of defense either. So, but it is a huge risk for the Warriors. That's the only thing that I worry about. It's a risk.
You think so?
Because it does solve their biggest issue. It's somebody that can defend. So Steph can be a situation where he can kind of do his thing and guard your Andre Robersons, people like that. If D'Lo's there, he's going to have to guard your Dame Lillards. You're going to have to go out there and guard Kyrie.
Yeah, you go back to high
Yeah,
stuff.
but on paper, Wiggins does that because he's big enough to defend 3 or 4 positions, and Steph can do Steph.
And the cool thing for Wiggins is you get to be a 16 to 18 point scorer. And you get to be option number 4.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Nah,
You
for
get
sure.
to be the 4th option, maybe even 5th, depending on who they draft.
and then you worry about people are always saying him and Harrison Barnes. This is Harrison Barnes 2.0. Harrison Barnes is a better basketball player than Andrew Wiggins because he plays defense. Andrew Wiggins just is out. He should be playing a level of defense that we don't even know about. But he's so lazy, like Weezy was saying. He don't play defense. He's just out there. I think this will help him out so much, man, playing for the Warriors.
Their locker room, that's a professional locker room.
And then he only turned 25 until later this month. He's a young
God, that's
dude,
crazy.
Man. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to
Yeah, go ahead.
the Cleveland Cavaliers received Andre Drummond,
Mm-hmm.
and the Detroit Pistons received John Henson, Brandon Knight, and a 2023 second-round pick. Lesser of the Cleveland or Golden States, depending on which one. Who won this deal, guys?
No, this is the worst trade in NBA history.
worst.
Like this, I think the Pistons decided that getting anything of value for him was not even on the question. Just give me some expiring deals. Just get him the hell off my team because I don't want to pay him in 2020 because he can opt in.
He was gonna opt in.
Yeah, he's gonna opt in and get that $28 million. Detroit should have been pushing. They could have got Jabari Parker and Alex Lynn, but they didn't want to give up a first round pick. So in turn, you trade them for this? Dude, Brandon Knight hadn't played. Both of those dudes combined average 15 minutes a game.
It's crazy.
That's
you,
nuts.
And you trade, telling you the center is done, y'all. The center is done.
They clearly just saying we don't want to pay you next year, dog.
That's it.
They need to do Derrick Rose a solid and just pay up. Just like pay him out. Let him
He
do
don't want to
something.
go.
I know he loves it there.
He don't want to leave.
Why does he like it there so much?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but
Got him a bad one or something up there? I don't know.
Hey,
Man,
Detroit's a fun city, man. Like, I'll be real with you.
yeah.
You looking for a good time? It's up there. Yeah, I don't know about what Derrick Rose got going, but
And Drummond isn't even a fit for Cleveland. I mean, it's more of a threat than Tristan Thompson on the other end. But defensively, it's not like Drummond would be anything that like help the team. 29th in NBA in defense. So.
like you're talking about the center, possibly going extinct, and the Cavaliers have taken it back to the '80s with the 6'1" guards,
Yeah.
and the 6'8" small forwards, 6'10" power forwards, and 7'7".
Yeah, nah, for sure. But I think Cleveland is looking at it like, okay, he opts in. They weren't going to do this much. Like they weren't going to do better than Andre Drummond in free agency. So
No,
I'm going
they
to eat
wouldn't.
this one.
Yeah, they'll take a year of that.
Yeah, they'll take a year.
Because that might, if they could take the rest, it
'cause-
might turn into something. It
Because
might,
Tristan's going to be gone.
possibly.
He's going to buy out. In Clutch, right? The
Yeah.
history of Clutch. None of their players have ever taken a buyout. Not one player. In the entire history of Clutch.
Because their contracts are so,
The boy's trying to get paid.
yeah.
They're just trying to get every dollar.
Yeah, they don't
He's
care
trying,
about
he trying to
that.
get them dry. For sure.
But that team,
So what will Andre Drummond sign next year?
I don't know. Where will he sign?
Yeah.
That man. Drummond,
somebody get the
he
Hawks
leads the
wanted
league and he's the rebounding leader right now, y'all.
And it's not even important. They
It
act
don't
like
matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Don't matter.
it.
That's crazy.
In possession. So if you score, I'm gonna come back down and score again anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and
That's
on
what
top of
it
that,
is,
you take him out of the game because he can't shoot free throws.
Yep.
It's a bunch of different reasons, man. Basketball is different, man.
Yep.
Moving on to our last deal, the Los Angeles Clippers, Hollywood. The Clippers get Marcus Morris and Isaiah Thomas. Damn. And the Knicks get Maurice Harkless and a 2020 first-round pick, and the Washington Wizards get Jerome Robinson. Who wins this deal and why?
Clippers easy.
Okay.
They get they get another tough defender in Marquise Morris, which to an already great defensive team.
Yeah. Weezy ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
I mean, Harkless in the final season of his contract was an ideal salary swap.
yeah.
You bring him in instead of having Mo Harkless there. You get Marcus Morris, who is coming off the best season of his career, and he's a great locker room guy, which is needed in that Clippers locker room because there's a lot of egos there.
You want him on your team.
100%.
He's definitely a Pat Bev. Him and Pat Bev definitely are from the same cloth.
Yeah, man.
Probably good friends.
That's the first thing he said. He's like, I'm playing back with my boy, man. Let's go. Put the bully up.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
God.
So you do Morris with this combination of size, strength, and quickness. He can guard LeBron James, dog. Foul him, push him.
Yeah, get in his face.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And
Throw the ball at him.
I think this solidifies the Clippers as far as the favorites, man. Right now, if I were to pick a favorite, it's the Clippers because of this trade. Because your starting five now is Pat Bev, Paul George, Kawhi, Marcus Morris, and Zubac. That's rough. And then you got Montrez, and you got Lou coming off the bench, and Landry Shamet. You didn't have to get rid of anybody, and you add Marcus Morris. That's crazy.
That's a
That's
deep
a hell of a
team.
run.
Yes, I feel sick for IT. Nah, for real, got to sue the Celtics, dog. I got to call my dog. My dog, you know what I'm saying?
He ain't make the flight.
So he's not gonna play this year?
Nah, they cut him, man. They cut him, man. They cut my dog.
He got released for his ink even.
Man,
dried.
he's still in Washington, dog.
he didn't pay his room up in Washington.
He's still in Washington.
They still do it.
IT, not 4 years ago. No bullshit. IT was it was 4 years ago. No,
it's 4 years ago.
It's 4. It's the full, like in May it'll be 4.
Yeah.
Bro, it's really 3, but it'll be 4 in May. Bro, he was the 4th player on the MVP boat, and he finished 4th in MVP, dog. 4th. That was 4 years ago. And he been on 7 teams since then. Played in 2.
Cleveland, Lakers.
Dog. Denver.
Denver.
Washington.
Then they traded him 2-3 times in between that. Wow. Sick, man. Shout out to IT, man. Slow grind, man. Damn.
It's real slow. Real slow.
Does he get picked up?
Nah, he done.
But
And this is the funny thing is he averaging 12 points and shooting 42 from 3.
Yeah, but then he cussing out people in the stands.
And he 5'8".
Yeah.
I heard. Well, I'm gonna make you feel better. Heard your boy IT finna get a tryout. I mean, not IT. JR.
Yeah, JR gonna make that Lakers team.
Oh
He-
my
want
God.
some of that? Want some of that?
That is
Anybody want some of
horrible
that?
news.
Yeah, watch what my boy do.
I wish he never played again.
Damn.
Nah, JR, he always got a spot with LeBron.
Yeah, no, for sure. He can play.
JR
He can
still
play. He
JR
ain't played
still
in a
play.
year and a half, but he can play.
I hope
That's
he
good for him.
I hope he stay focused.
Yeah, he is. Don't worry about it. For sure. Shout out to JR. Shout out to IT.
Oh,
Shout out to
JT.
Clutch. Clutch
Shout
gonna
out to
find a
Clutch.
way.
Clutch rule the world.
You damn right. And that is the NBA trade deadline show. A lot of trades ended up being. I knew it was gonna be a lot of trades because everybody didn't make any moves until after December the 15th. So, just insane, man. We'll see how things go. All-Star Weekend comes up next weekend, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, for sure.
Fellas, to quote the great J. Ho, if she don't let you watch All-Star Weekend, she ain't the one.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Boy, you pod.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Nah,
Yeah,
cameras always.
That was the best tweet you ever had in your life. A long time ago, you tweeted that.
She's not the one.
She ain't the
dog.
one.
If she's trying, listen, what I'm trying to tell y'all. Let me tell y'all something. You right, cameraman. You boy. You pod and you ain't even pod. Boy, you because you know I was.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll talk about it next week. You right. You right. What you say?
Just saying, fellas. Hey,
Hey,
it's All-Star Weekend.
Man,
Oh,
enjoy
you
your
right.
All-Star
I'm sorry.
Weekend.
I'm sorry, cameraman.
enjoy your All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy your All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
You crazy, dude.
For real, man.
Not for real. Enjoy your All-Star Weekend.
I know you for real.
Nah, for real. If she ain't letting you enjoy your All-Star Week, you
Come
right.
on, man.
All right, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Weezy,
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff,
Camera's always on, brother.
cameraman, the revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.